Hello my scrappy friends and a big welcome to my YouTube channel today. It's Melinda Sweetman here with you for Tracy Reed Designs and I'm creating this layout using the super fun a flutter collection, which is what is on sale at the moment. I'm scrapbooking these two photos. They're a little bit smaller than 4x6 and 3x4. I have created my background in Photoshop Elements. I loved that curled up pattern paper on top of that wood grain, and then I've added some of the mixed media stitching from the digital kit as well. I've got that's the only piece I had to print for this particular page because I printed so much of this when I first got it. I wanted to kind of draw everything together because there's a lot of colour and pattern on this page, so I am inking everything up with black distress oxide ink. So you can see I've got my little patterns here. I've cut two at 6x6. One was like the leftover on a sheet of A4 cardstock. There is a 6x4 with the love hearts on it. And I'm just inking up the edges of everything here. So I am scrapbooking today. This is a family tradition, family Easter tradition that on a whim we started it'll be 12 years this year. 12 years ago this year, we decided that we were going to set a Easter bunny trap. Think Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. If you get the reference, I'm sure you can get an image of your head of the stupid idea of a trap that we had, but it's something that stuck. The boys love it. We have fun with it every year. Obviously, when they were littler, we helped them design it and construct it, and now they kind of do it by themselves, which is fun. So the little photo is them working together to get the trap set up, and then the bigger one is the trap set up waiting for the Easter bunny to come overnight. I love this collection for spring and Easter. It's funny because obviously this is quite a springy kind of color palette and images and stuff, and Easter is not in spring here. It's actually in autumn, but the traditional colours, the pastels and butterflies and all those kinds of spring things just really fit with Easter, so I just rolled with it. Every year I have used almost the same title for these photos, and it is always the Great Easter Bunny Trap of, and then whichever year it is. So obviously this is the Great Easter Bunny Trap of 2024, and I'm making sure I've got room for that on the left hand side amongst all those patterns. You can see I'm just playing with them there, trying to get the placement right. You would have seen before that I stuck down the pink pattern at the back, and I wanted to make sure that was straight, and I'm also going to make sure that my photos are straight as well. And I get the placement how I want it, and then I've used my magnets to hold everything in place, and I'm just lifting up edges and stuff and adding some double-sided tape under there, and those magnets are strong enough that they keep everything in place while I move things, while I lift corners up and stick them down and all that kind of stuff, making sure this is straight where I want it to stick. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I use my T-square ruler, and I'm just going back in with my double-sided tape. I was very low on ATG, so I'm using 1/4 inch double-sided tape. Why not? It works. I've added some black stitching to my photos, which matches the stitching on the background as well, which I thought would tie everything nicely together. And the photos are popped up. Everything else is pretty much stuck flat to the background. But I do go in at the end and add some foam squares like behind the corners that are loose. I'll show you that in a second, well, when I get to it. So I have gone through my stash of alphas, and I've pulled out, I think I ended up using 3 different alphas, and I'm just spelling out my title. I ended up putting it on little pieces of like leftover sticker sheet, clear sticker sheet, so that I could move the words around so they stack nicely so I didn't have any weird gaps. And this is what I ended up with. The Great Bunny Trap of 2024, and you can see I've placed some embellishments from the A Flutter collection as well, which I'm just going through and sticking down now. I've left most of this part in for you because you didn't see me place it all, and I thought this way you would see exactly what I've done. With the butterflies, I'm adding some adhesive to the body, and then I'm going to pop the wings up just to give it a little bit of dimension. So that one, the one on the right hand side that goes under the photo, I stick the wings that are under the photo flat, and then I use the dimensional adhesive on the other side. So that one pops up, and then the butterfly at the top next to the title, I'm going to put pop dots on the whole thing. With all this pattern in the background, I love it. I love all the colours, I love all the patterns. That wood grain in the background is just so beautiful. I love it so much. I wanted to make sure that the black inking on everything kind of makes everything fit together a bit better, and it's not overwhelming. When I placed my title, I was really particular that I didn't have any really weird gaps. So like where the R is in Bunny Trap, I made sure that wasn't placed so that that open bit of the R was like half orange and half yellow. I just feel like that makes it easier to read, especially with so much already going on the page. This collection is on sale at the moment, so make sure you head over and buy it while it is on sale. It's super fun. I love it so much. I've done quite a number of pages with it, I think. At this point I realised I didn't really have anywhere I could add my journaling, so I've gone through my die cuts, my stickers, and I have pulled out this little journaling box. It's got little flowers along the bottom. I'm going to use a pencil and mark where it's going to sit underneath those corners so that I don't end up covering my journaling up. And then I'm just going to stick that one down. And those little pencil lines, I made sure that they were underneath where the other layers were going. I'm going to add some black splatters. My photos are covered up. So I'm just going to add some black splatters where those butterflies are and where the title is as well. Kind of basically right around the edge actually. And then I wanted to add some enamel dots. I think I've mentioned in other videos, I've got a glass bowl next to my desk on the left hand side there that it's got little bits and pieces of, you know, leftovers, and I had these two, they were literally two silver glitter enamel dots. I used my Tim Holtz scissors, chopped one in half. Now I've got 3 enamel dots, and I'll just hide those under the edges and use the whole one up the top. And then I found some other enamel dots in my little bowl that were a perfect match as well. So I'll make my 3 clusters of 3. I think that's it, but I'm not really sure. I made this one a little while ago. Oh, so I'm coming in here with my little foam squares underneath the corners just to add a little bit of interest. And then I'm going to go around, and you can see I'm just curling up all the edges there. Here is my close-up. I've got a few still photos at the end. I love creating this page every year in our album. It's super fun. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your scrappy time with me. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Have a fantastic scrappy day, my friends.